They told you the world was fixed. That your destiny was stitched into your blood, your last name, your zip code. That the limits you were born into were the limits you die inside of. But I want you to hear me now, really hear me. You were never given a thought you couldn't rise above. You were never meant to carry the same pain your parents did. And you were not born to merely survive. You were born to create, to design your own becoming. The world around you is not what shapes your life. It is the world within you. You are not a prisoner of your circumstances. You are a prisoner of your perceptions. And the moment you change those, you shatter the cell. Everything begins with thought. Not action. Not strategy. Not hustle. Thought. Because your life is always moving in the direction of your most dominant beliefs. Not what you say. Not what you wish. But what you silently accept as true. And here's the deepest tragedy of all. Most people never question those beliefs. They wear them like invisible chains, handed down by culture, by failure, by fear. They say, I could never do that, and they're right. Not because it's impossible, but because belief is the architect of possibility. Every skyscraper was first a sketch. Every masterpiece, a messy draft. Every revolution, an idea whispered in the dark before it roared through history. Edison, sitting alone with 1,000 failed filaments, he didn't lose hope. He believed the light already existed, it just hadn't revealed itself to him yet. That's what thought does. It reveals. It pulls tomorrow's reality through the veil of now. Do you understand the power you have? You are thinking yourself into your future right now. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Every time you say, I'm not good enough, you're laying bricks in a wall that didn't have to be there. But when you shift that thought, even slightly, when you say, I'm learning, I'm becoming, you begin to chip away at the stone. You carve a window, and one day, the whole wall crumbles. Because the mind cannot hold two opposing truths for long. Eventually, the stronger one wins. And belief is strength in silence. You want to change your life? Then begin by standing guard at the gates of your mind. Not everything deserves entry. Not every voice deserves volume. Not every past version of you deserves to lead. Look, clarity is not a luxury. It is your lifeline. Because where attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, life grows. If all you see are problems, guess what multiplies? If all you feel is lack, guess what becomes real? But the moment you decide to focus on possibility, the entire fabric of your reality begins to shift. Carnegie didn't build steel empires because he had more luck. He had more clarity. He knew exactly what he wanted to create. And because he knew, he could endure every setback without losing direction. You must be bold enough to ask yourself, what do I really want? Not what they told me to want. Not what's safe. Not what's trending. But what sets fire to my soul. Because vague thoughts create vague results. And the universe doesn't respond to confusion. It responds to conviction. Your vision must become a lighthouse, not a flickering candle that goes out in the first wind. So get clear. Write it down. See it in your mind every day. And feed it with thoughts that match its frequency. Because your thoughts are not background noise. They are blueprints. Every time you imagine yourself failing, you lay the foundation for failure. Every time you see yourself rising, you build the steps toward that peak. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And the world laughed. But the man built an industry while the world was still riding horses. Because belief isn't optimism. It's not a motivational quote stuck to your mirror. It's the quiet knowing that you are being shaped by something bigger than fear. Let me tell you something about belief. Belief doesn't wait for proof. It creates the proof. Every time Walt Disney pitched his vision of Disneyland, they told him he was insane. That no one would pay to walk through a fantasy. He didn't argue. He believed. And belief speaks louder than words. He saw it when no one else did. And because he saw it clearly enough, eventually, so did the world. So I ask you, what belief are you carrying that no one else understands? What vision do you have that others can't yet see? Don't let their doubt become your destiny, because they don't have to believe it. You do.